What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Spencer taking a look at Galaxy Eyes. Someone in my comment section of my most recent Galaxy Eyes video said, well, what about the Horus cards? And yeah, I mean, I don't know why I haven't really thought of this earlier, and it's definitely a thing, right? The Horus cards at the end of the day just spit out rank 8s, which is what Galaxy Eyes is kind of all about. I do play the deck a little bit differently, a little bit weirder. This is pretty standard here in the beginning, which is very nice. This is like the best interaction in the entire deck. Is, Amnesty is going to discard the Photon Jumper, search this, draw an extra card, and then Photon Jumper gets you a Galaxy Spell and Trap. Now, if we're being honest, there aren't a lot of great Galaxy cards to search. This is definitely the best one. There's a few very interesting interactions. I mean, almost every time you're going to send the new Photon monster to the graveyard, it brings itself back, gives you an extra normal summon, which is very good. There's a few other options that you can go into, but there's not like a normal searcher for Galaxy Eyes. One thing you can do in some circumstances is you activate 100, and the little level 4 that it attaches, you can send to the graveyard. So then you can normal summon the Galaxy Summoner, attach it, and then search the other one. Normally, the other one you're going to search is Delta Wing. I mean, this is literally the picture perfect hand. Excuse me. So let's see what I end up doing with it. You're going to have an insane amount of interruption. So I'm going to go ahead and send a bunch of these to the graveyard. The coolest thing is about this engine is that you just get to Nibiru protect yourself. You're going to summon 1,000 times, and that's obviously one of the weakest points of the deck. And now if the hand is right, you can completely play around it, which is very, very cool. So now I can go ahead, the Photon Emperor is the card I've been thinking about. This gives you an extra normal summon, and this brings something out when it's normal summoned, and then you have an extra normal summon. Delta Wing brings out another level 4 from the deck. So you can do a lot of really cool things here. You're only locked into lights, which is pretty awesome. Until you activate Delta Wing. Other than that, it's pretty good. So there we go. I have 2 monster negates. Felgrand is a quick effect monster negate. Target face-up monster. This is a anytime monster negate, obviously. And I'm still going here. Now I can go into the Photon Dragon. Just searching a level 4 extender. It's pretty much all you need. That's going to be the Photon Advancer. And now I can go into Topic Stage. So this is what I've done forever. You can turn those into F-Zero, which is really, really nice. And now you can go into the Utopia stuff. So a very small investment. And I can go into the number 38 Galaxy Eyes, and then during your opponent's turn, you can go into literally whatever you want. I tend to go into Lancelot because if the first thing your opponent's going to activate is evenly matched, you want to have an answer, right? You don't want to have all these really good monster negates on the board, and then suddenly your opponent just activates evenly matched and you lose. And you also want to have an answer for Thrust, Triple Tactics Talent, something like that. So this is about as good as it gets. Literally every single zone and on your board is filled with a boss monster. So that's kind of nice, and that's what the combo is. Now, what if you don't have a great hand? Well, again, that's where the Horus cards, I think, really, really come in. Oops, I gave the wrong one here. You can fix your hand. So this is a really gross hand. It doesn't look good. I have an extra copy of the Sarcophagus. But at least I get to start off with the best play in the deck. So I'm going to draw a card and then get an extra one. And there we go. I draw an extra copy of Sarcophagus. So I have all 3 of them now. But still, because you are playing Horus cards, you do have the opportunity to fix your hand, which is very, very unique. I'm going to send Emperor because I don't want to draw it. So what I mean by that is, and this is a very standard play if you know Horus cards, there's a rank 8 that if you get 3 bodies on it, lets you draw 3 cards, which is absurd. So now I'm going to be able to play. Nibiru doesn't help me. Okay. The Ascended Sage doesn't help me. But there we go. The Galaxy Summoner finally, you're drawing 3 cards. You run so many copies of it. Eventually, you're going to find it. It's a very high chance. But now I can actually play and put up a decent end board. Not the greatest thing in the world, but considering how dead my hand was in the beginning, I can't complain too much. I can go into F-Zero, and now I can go into your regular Utopia lines, which I think is a pretty good interruption. It kind of makes it a little more combo oriented. And then during my opponent's turn, I'll probably go into Lancelot. Now, I think I had Effect Veiler in my hand, which is pretty lucky. And I also, detached from the material here and for the Photon Emperor, so I did get to come back. So it's kind of a free body, which is pretty nice. Like I said, it's 3 interruptions. Technically, I had 4 because I had the Effect Veiler in my hand. But considering that Galaxy Eyes is generally just kind of bricky, considering the levels of the monsters, I think it's pretty cool to be able to go into something kind of fix your hand. The Horus engine is very, very good. I wish I could play it in real life. I don't really feel like spending the money on it, but yeah, I've played Galaxy Eyes forever, and it's really cool to see how the deck has really evolved over time. I think it's gotten way better, and I think the Horus engine is definitely worth playing. I think this is easily the best version of the deck that I've ever played. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Other than that, that's going to do it for today's video, and I will see you guys next time.